Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Kyle. I make reactions to movies and TV shows. I am coming from Season 3, Episode 9 of 12 Monkeys into the finale, Season 3, Episode 10 of 12 Monkeys. You know, it is strange that this season only has 10 episodes. Like I had said in the episode after Ramsey's death, I think that maybe they didn't, I think this is like one of the things they maybe didn't plan for. For some reason, they got a shorter episode stint in Season 3 than in Season 1 and 2, but I don't know. I haven't actually looked at how many episodes Season 4 has yet, because I don't want to. If I pull down the tab on Season 4, I might like see people that are still around that are supposed to be possibly dead, so we're not doing that. But when I'm done here, I can definitely look, I guess, and see how many episodes Season 4 has. All right, well, let's get into it. Let's see how they're going to destroy my life this time. If you would like to leave a comment down below. Full version and links and everything are in the description. I will talk to everyone on the other side. This is me composed. Check me out at the end of the episode. See if I'm still composed. London, 2017.
Always forward, never backward, until one day the serpent came upon a demon.
What is this voice?
Near the crypts.
Is this young Jennifer?
They say she's pale, like a corpse. In there.
Okay, it's a crypt. It's gonna be creepy. Crypts do be creepy. Is it a setup? Oh, hey Jennifer.
Chocolate ones are good.
We heard you're a spook, not a squatter.
I'm a lot of things, kiddo, but I ain't no squatter, bro. Hey, I own this place now. I'm supposed to be here. Fate's a real bitch that way. Rarely puts you up at the Ritz. All right, shitheads. Get out of here.
Off to Hogwarts with ya!
Ah! Oh. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cole? Deacon. I love her references. I love them. She's got so many. She's me if I went crazy.
After all this time, here we are together.
You're too late. What's done cannot be undone. There is nothing in morality or causality to stop me from killing you.
Eliza wouldn't want you to do that.
You may have given me my name, Mother. You will not take hers.
You tried to save her. Again. And again. Ethan, it's not salvation. It's
The death of a thief!
Oh my god, is this all about revenge?
I wanted to be blind. I don't want to witness.
This isn't about stopping time, it's about destroying time?
For her, I will return to Titan.
No.
I've denied what I'm supposed to be. Vile. But today does. And you can't stop me.
You know what they say, when a loved one dies, you should not make any big decisions. Oh.
What is it?
We have new movement.
Where?
London. I have multiple time signatures.
Shit.
There.
Oh my god, so when they synchronize, they stay synchronized. Like they're just all moving through time together.
Where are we?
It's the Blitz. Where is he? Cole.
You'll have seconds to save her.
We only have the one suit in our possession.
So we can't track them.
We go tandem.
We can't just keep chasing them.
Alright, where are we now? Clearly somewhere more present.
You let her die.
I will return home.
You're right.
No!
What do we do now?
Mother?
Are they bringing him here?
Where would you go?
Oh, okay. Cedar and pine?
The lions are taking their cub back to their den.
Oh, so this is how he knew. I had this question. How did he know so much?
A house.
Of cedar and pine.
The origin of the witness. Where? I can give you the location, but for the exact when, I'll need something from you.
For God's sakes, hide that time machine. Put it in a safe. A very, very safe safe.
This would have been your home.
Chased through time by sentimentalists.
Sit down, you little shit.
I think he may actually be older than Cole.
So, what happens now? Scolding. I'm about to be taught wit and wisdom by two people younger and less traveled than myself. There's a turn up for the book.
Every little kick was like a knife in my heart. When you left me, I felt free. But then I saw you. And I knew that you were
Good.
Innocent?
nothing. Not yet. Whoever you are today is not who you have to be tomorrow.
Tomorrow? But that's all I know. There is nothing that you can say or do, either of you, that will undermine my decision.
Give him time. How about that? Little bit of irony. Give him time.
Stop.
Put the gun down, Cole. You're not going to do it.
Please. Please, I'm begging you.
Other options. Hit him on the head. He's clearly grieving. He just needs time.
Cole.
Do it.
Cole, don't.
None of us are getting off that easy.
Pathetic. Now I will take back all the might have been's time is stolen from us.
When are you gonna reach your threshold for bad shit? You want to send her consciousness up the time stream.
I revoke what I said. I revoke what I said. Ethan might not be the witness.
Yes.
Then proceed.
Oh, Mother in Heaven, what if Olivia is the witness? Oh my God, Licky. Can he hurt you? It's not Ethan. No, it's not. They're making too much of a deal out of this. It's not.
I know when they are.
Titan?
Machine for December 26,
Or,
1959.
okay, just this group.
Hours. Here.
Thank you for everything.
She saw the face of the witness, the future witness.
You're in great danger.
Nothing is written.
They are really coming in guns a-blazing, huh?
Cassie.
We're okay.
Mr. Cole! So this is all that is left for us? Killing one another for what we believe?
You're the one who gave me something to believe in.
Yes!
Deacon still hasn't splintered in. Something wrong with the machine.
Where is Deacon going?
Mr. Cole! What happens next happens last.
Let me go.
Absolutely not.
Never knew my mother. My dad used to say a thing. Only failure is giving up.
You can't have him.
That's Titan. Oh my god, does Titan come to the witness, not the witness come to Titan? Y'all should leave. Y'all should leave right now.
My family have come for me.
We have to stop him.
You will not go up against that and win. Now it's time to use the suit. Jones? Jones?
Go someplace safe.
Whoa! Hey!
I'm very surprised she hasn't shot yet. Oh. Well, she's making her position crystal clear.
Mother to mother. Don't do this. I'm sorry.
Did she shoot Hannah? She did not.
Here. Don't come back from me.
Oh my god, whoever the witness is, this is gonna be such a freaking big reveal. I just know it. It's gonna be Olivia, isn't it? It's gonna be freaking Olivia.
But he was shot. The suit malfunctioned. I think it triggered immolation, but
Good.
you wanted me to save him.
No. It served its purpose.
Is he? Oh my god, he is. He's the guy who's been given the directions. Olivia would have been a better reveal, but okay. Oh my god! Oh my fudging god!
How? You told me the witness would always be there for me. You lied.
I'm afraid I can't leave you here unattended.
I understand.
Mr. Deacon, there's something wrong.
That is not a woman. It's a chameleon. Whatever you see is what she wants you to see.
Playing God lacks ambition. Why play at something when you can simply become it?
They really set this all up.
Olivia's cell.
When I teach those who follow me, we honor time.
With patience.
Look at what they've turned you into. Weak.
They killed Dr. Adler.
But for the exact when, I'll need something from you.
Alright, well, you know what? Chef's kiss to the writers. Like, they clearly... I had my doubts all the way back in season 1. But I didn't see this coming. I did not see this coming at all.
It worked.
I found him.
For the witness has returned.
And that's why he wore the goddamn mask. Or she. Why she wore the goddamn mask the whole of season 1, 2, and 3.
Show me your face.
Well, goodbye to you. I'm not unhappy that you're dead. But where do we go from here? Is Ethan still alive somewhere?
We have confirmed the sequence. The witness is dead.
Maybe. Don't know. Not fully bought into it yet.
Storms weren't proof of the witness's power. They were evidence of his failure. Well, shit, if you want something done right,
Don't kill Jones. Don't kill Jones. I'm mad at her, but I still love her.
No, Katerina. You were the equal who made me better. Did what I couldn't.
Ramsey, Sam. It was all a game to you.
You were never a fool, Katerina.
No, 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 no.
From the beginning, the witness was nothing more than a dying man. The witness shall never return.
What has happened? Oh, we're back here. We're back here. Wait, Cole and Cassie, they haven't gone back in the future to tell past Cole and Cassie anything yet.
Save the time.
Save them. Oh my god! They were... You know...
Dying man. Ethan. I'm the dying man. Ethan. The music.
Go get help! Go!
What about Jones? What about Jones?
No one's gonna die.
Not Jones. What is happening?
What is this?
Oh, come on, Jennifer. Come through. Please, come through.
It's the time, right? Glimpses, windows. So let's fast forward. Keep going. Just a little bit further. We can do the middle later.
Thank you for everything. It's time.
What about Jones? Listen, I never thought I'd be the person to say this, but the witness is back, bitch! The witness is back! Heck, it might not even be Ethan. It might be Cass or Jennifer. It might be Jennifer under there. And maybe he's good? Please be Jennifer! I beg of you!
Time to go!
I'm good with this too. I'm good with this too.
Ethan, are you okay?
It's just the suit.
Jones, what about Jones? Okay, they got Jones. They got Jones. Listen, Ethan has joined the good team. He gets to come with us. He gets to stay now. Come on.
James, Ethan, go!
Cassie, we already did this once.
They'll kill you.
This is where I'm meant to be.
No.
I wish I could have known you.
Another life.
Leave me.
Come on, we're getting out of here together.
Leave you?
Go.
No. Is someone gonna die? She's staying with him?
Go. Now. Please.
Ethan.
Please, mother, go.
Cassie, come on!
All right. Let's play nice.
Cassie?
Where are they?
I think they're coming for you.
Run.
Oh. Is she gonna kill him outright? Hopefully not. He knows quite a bit. Keep him around. I'm now rooting for him to survive.
Well, I love what you've done with the place. It's a remarkable collection. I'm almost flattered. Surely you've realized by now. The thing I believed I was meant to become.
I see the knife.
A sad, lonely demon at the end of time. Ensuring my own creation meant ensuring yours. It was always you, Olivia.
Yeah, you did not pick that up until now? Girl, you deceived yourself. You destroyed yourself.
Not yet. But you will.
No. I worshipped you.
Yes. And though you have an army at your back, you are alone. Is why you will lose.
Yes. I really hoped that Ethan would be like a continuing character.
The suit's repair is complete. I'm going to have to leave you now.
God, they are setting so much up.
And they'll need you. How does one stop what never began? I think you're the answer, Jennifer.
I'm not like you.
You're the best.
I can't see the whole puzzle. I don't know what all this means.
You are better.
Goodbye to Cedar and Pine.
And together we will begin another. We will have our forest. We shall destroy our enemies where they live. You wanted the witness to return. She has.
I bow down at the writers of the show.
It's the beginning.
Beginning at the end.
Oh. It's the Ouroboros and the monkeys.
And the four travelers went in search of the way.
We're just all over the place.
See them coming. All right, James. Bedtime for Bonzo.
James.
I know there's more.
Yeah, there's a whole ending here.
What's that?
How did I not catch that they reused the actor? Oh, Kyle, you idiot.
There once was a serpent who only traveled one direction, always forward, never backward, until one day the serpent came upon a demon. I didn't write it.
Who did?
Your mother.
Oh, you bastards. Oh, you fucking bastards. Okay, well. Can I just say? And that is a motherfudging wrap on season 3. Oh my fudging god! What the heck? Let's recap, okay? We'll go recap. So I almost feel like a recap of this season requires a recap of the entire freaking show up to this point. Because, as I have said many times, as has been pointed out many times to me in different posts, the writers of this episode, the writers of this show, knew a lot of the stuff that was going to happen in the future when they were writing previous episodes. And you can tell because there were callbacks in this episode that were more than just callbacks. I don't remember what episode I said it was in the past, but you know, the signature way you can tell when writers aren't just retconning something in order to kind of make it seem like, oh, we knew what we were doing all along, is if something didn't need to happen. Like if writers include a scene in an episode in, say, season 1, right, that they didn't need to include for the story that was surrounding it, but all of a sudden that scene becomes relevant in season 3, then you can be like, okay, they knew what they were doing. That's why that scene was there. You know, so I think there is a giant difference between knowing when writers are just looking backwards and making this future story fit, or when they are actually writing the story with the future in mind. And they clearly were, because of two aspects. The first aspect was the witness always wears a mask. Always wears a mask. All right. Did it lend to the creepiness? Yes. But as I said in the at the end of episode, I think it was Nature. I think I said it at the end of episode, or maybe it was Masks. I said it recently, that it was strange that the witness did always wear a mask, but I thought maybe it was because they didn't know the witness was going to be Ethan, the actor that plays him more specifically, which I should look up his name. What is his name? I'm not going to type in Ethan because I might get a spoiler. Let's type in Baltar Battlestar Galactica actor. Played by, first appearance, The Colony, okay. But who plays him? James Callis. James Callis? Yes. Okay, so perhaps they didn't know that James Callis was going to be the witness, and maybe they were trying to kind of hedge their bets, right? I don't think that's the case at all. I think now that we've seen the end of season 3, from the very first episode, well, no, the witness was introduced in episode 3. So from the third episode, Cassie gets taken in episode, so it would have been like episode 4 or 5. It was one of the very early episodes of season 1. We first see the witness, and he's wearing the mask, right? No good reason for him to be wearing that mask. I gotta start saying her. No good reason for her to be wearing that mask, other than they knew. They knew all along, from the very first episodes of season 1, they knew who the witness was going to be and that they were going to misdirect the audience. And then there's the scene that they actually showed us in here with Olivia at the graveyard saying goodbye to the witness. Even I thought that that was a weird scene to include when I first saw it. Like, I thought, this is strange, but I kind of rationalized it in my head. Like, okay, well, they're trying to bring Olivia's story kind of full circle-ish, right? For the moment, and then she didn't pop up for a long time, and then when she did pop up again, it was when Ramsey went to her, but again, it was just a natural evolution of her storyline. So, like I said, very difficult to recap this season without looking back at past seasons, because so much of this season, the groundwork for what the events that happened, it was already laid 2 seasons ago. But let's try. So, for the first episode, we have Mother, which comes directly off of season 2 for the first episode, we have Mother, which comes directly off of season 2. Cassie has been taken by the witness. She's been taken by the witness's followers. Sorry, slight mistake there. She's been taken to Titan, and she's supposed to give birth to Ethan. I'm no longer going to call him the witness. Dude was not the witness. Or was he the witness? Because, well, okay, they're kind of 2 witnesses. I'm going to refer to Olivia as the witness because it's easier. Ethan will be Ethan. So Cassie was taken to Titan to give birth to Ethan. Now, that entire episode was kind of just setting up all of season 3 to kind of happen. The witness, Ethan had to be born in some sense. The followers of the witness still thought that Ethan was their prophecy Messiah guy that was coming, and Cassie had to give birth to him, so that had to happen. Next, we move on to the second episode. So in this episode, the Guardians are being introduced, and we're learning about, well, they call them the Guardians. I always refer to them as the 4 Horsemen, because that's what Jennifer refers to them. By the way, loved this episode. Loved Jennifer's little acting Broadway stint in France. That was just, I love anything to do with Jennifer. I honestly hope that the last scene of this series is something to do with Jennifer. Like, I would love for the last scene of this series to be Jennifer just like closing a book and wrapping things up. That would be so awesome. who knows if that'll happen, but that's what I'm kind of hoping for. So the second episode, though, is the introduction of the Four Horsemen, or the Guardians. We learn that the Witness not only was born, but never really existed in the future, kinda, right? I keep calling him the Witness. Ethan. So they take him back in time in this giant box that's supposed to protect from paradoxes, and they are wearing these suits that allow them to travel. Now, the Guardians were a formidable force. I did not give them enough credit, and they acted as a good plot device to keep Ethan protected from Team Good Guys, Team Cole. I don't know what to call them. I've never actually thought about what to call them. The Good Guys. I guess I could call them Team Cole. And this was smart on the writers' half, because like now that they knew where the Witness was, it would have seriously restricted them had they kept the Witness inside of Titan, from a writing device standpoint at least. If the Witness were always in Titan, then how did some of the things that happened really come about in such a surprising way, right? So they took him back in time, and they needed a way to protect him from Team Good Guys. The Guardians acted as a great cast for that, because they had the vests. Normally, I would say plot device equals bad. I don't think this was a bad plot device, though, because it was actually quite smart. Now, one thing that happens between this episode, well, it technically happens in Mother, but I think that you can include it in Guardians too, because this is when we're officially introduced to the Guardians devices. So in Mother, we see a scene with Cole. He talks to past Cole, or future Cole talks to past Cole, right? And in Guardians, we learn how he was able to do that because we see the vest in more detail. That scene has not happened yet. Now has it? Again, I know I keep fawning over the writers. I mean, they have to know where season 4 is going. And that was episode 1 of season 3. But they wrote a scene into episode 1 of season 3 that can only happen in season 4. And we have no idea what. We have no idea what. Although Cole did name drop Ethan in that episode. I don't know how important that was. It gave us a taste as the audience, but Cole seems to have forgotten that his future self says the word Ethan. But yeah. He encouraged Cole to keep going, to find Cassie, which brought us to episode 3, Enemy, when Cole and Cassie finally get reunited. Deacon is alive. I did not know that he was alive. I didn't think he was alive. I thought that he was dead. Deacon is alive, and he helps Cassie escape, and they get back to Cole, at which point all hell breaks loose. Like, all hell, because they're carrying a giant ass secret, and that is that Ethan is Cole and Cassie's son, and they all still think that Ethan is the Witness, which leads to the next episode. Brothers. A part of me is still hoping in some way, some form, that Ramsey is not dead. I don't know how. I just hope. I pray and I hope that Ramsey isn't dead. But so up until this point, Ramsey has been teetering on the edge of just on the edge. And then he finally gets reunited with Sam, only to have to kill his own son. And I think that moment served as like this just exclamation point at the end of his biography. It was at this point where I knew Ramsey wasn't coming back. I didn't expect them to kill him, but I was just like, this is going to end him. This is going to destroy him. And in all honesty, I felt stupid for not seeing brothers coming. I mean, I should have, but I didn't. And that was because I had gotten so used to Ramsey and his shit that I was just like, they're not going to kill him. Never even crossed my mind that they would actually kill him, let alone that Cole would be the one to do it. Now, what follows next was like a speed bump. I said it multiple times throughout the reactions, so I won't spend much time on it. I honestly believe that they must have been preparing for more than 10 episodes this season. Something happened which knocked them down to 10, and for that, they had to maybe dislodge an episode, because it was very strange that they moved straight from episode 4, Brothers, to episode 5, Causality, and gave such little mourning time for Ramsey. I mean, literally, once they end him in episode 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 barely mention him, except for Jones to go back in time and see what the hubbub, why Cole and Cassie were acting so weird. I think that they had an episode, maybe even 2 episodes in here for Cole to deal with what had happened. And they just didn't add them for some reason. So then we do move on to the next episode, episode 5, Causality, which is much more cheery, much more upbeat, because we're stealing the word of the witness from the auction house. Now, I do think that episode 5 was filler, because yes, we get the word, but the word is really only used as a plot device for the remainder of the episodes, right? Like they do use the word to track Cassie and Cole after they got the vests and have kind of separated from the group. But other than that, they really don't use it all that much. So I think that this episode, in the same way that I think there were probably an episode or 2 in between Brothers and Causality, I think that Causality's purpose was to bring us down a little bit, because I have noticed that one thing that 12 Monkeys does very well is it knows when to hit the brakes. Because there is such a thing as like fatigue, right? When it comes to this kind of stuff, there's only such a high level that you can be held at for so long before you're just like, screw it, I don't want to do this anymore, I can't do this anymore, and you turn off the TV. I've had many shows that I've seen where it's just like, every once in a while the writers have got to give you a break. Every episode cannot be more tense than the last, otherwise that just becomes your mental state when you're watching the episode, you know? Like, I think one of the things that Game of Thrones was hailed for in the beginning was its willingness to kill off any character. But then towards the end of the series, you started to be like, okay, they're going to kill off this person. Okay, they're going to kill off that person. Like, there was no tension. You just thought, yeah, they're going to kill them off. This is what they do. They're going to kill them off. So the writers were very good to allow that tension to release at certain points. I think that's what episode 5 Causality was them saying, it's like, okay, we've done a lot to you in the past couple of episodes. Let's let you breathe a little bit. And then that allows them to start ratcheting up the tension even more. And we come to Nature. Nature fulfills a plotline from the past in season 2. So once again, we have an episode that references something in season 2 that is being fulfilled in season 3, where we have, I don't remember what his name is, he's the FBI agent that we met in Fatherland, who did make a reference in Fatherland to having seen Cole and Cassie at some other point than in Fatherland, and in the episode where they meet, or they introduce the idea of the first paradox at the mental hospital. So good on them once again. But this episode didn't provide a whole lot, but it got me thinking. This was the episode that really got me thinking, because Nature is where we actually do first meet Ethan. It's not where we meet the witness. It's where we meet Ethan. And I was surprised that I didn't catch it up until episode 10, that the actor that plays Ethan is also the same actor that plays Cole, right? Were they the same ones, or was Cole different? I think they were the same. Either way, we see young Ethan, and it looks as though he is becoming the witness. They gas a whole bunch of people. They're collecting followers. Apparently, Doc from Back to the Future has gone completely dark side. Don't know what's up with him, if he's going to be back or not, or if we're just done with him. I don't know. We will see. And then that leads us into Nurture, where we get to explore more of this idea of, like, can Ethan be changed? Can the future him not become this dark person? And this, I think Nurture was the episode where I really started to think, it's like, is Ethan the witness? Is Ethan the witness? They started laying clues really early on in this season that were like, is he? I don't know. Is he? So then, you know what? I shouldn't have even said that all hell breaks loose in episode 4 with brothers, because I mean, all hell did break loose, but then they toned it down only to bring it back up again. So all hell breaks loose again in Nurture because Cassie and Cole, they realize they can't do it. They acquire an EMP device that can knock out the vests temporarily, and they storm the castle where Ethan is being kept, young Ethan, and they finally kill that horrible person, Magdalena. I was so ready for her death. I was so happy when she died. It needed to occur. I was tired of her and her creepiness. I mean, she was even giving the tall man a run for his creepiness with her just... Ugh. They kill Magdalena, but Cole and Cassie have turned on everyone else. And now they're trying to save Ethan. And then we have episode 8, Masks, where Olivia's prominence starts to rise. She's been in the back this whole time. She's been in a cage ever since she first came to the facility in, I think it was like episode 2? No, episode 3. It was in episode 3 that she comes to the facility, because she brings Ramsey, who then turns on Cole. So she's been kind of in the background since episode 3, and she's been locked up. Jennifer has just been screaming at the top of her lungs the entire time that something was wrong with this woman, and none of us heard it. I didn't hear it, Jones didn't hear it, Cassie and Cole didn't hear it, but Jennifer was just out there saying time and time again, do not trust her. And I think I did say at some point she was okay so long as she wasn't guiding the narrative. Unfortunately, like episode 4 from on, she was guiding the narrative. She was giving them information, which was subtly placing things into position. So, episode 8, Masks. Cassie and Cole are all running around, masquerade and stuff. And then Olivia tells Jones, go back and think like Primary would, and oh, by the way, don't trust Jennifer, she's helping them. Now, was Jennifer helping them? Yes. Is Terry gone forever? I hope not. When the two watches touched each other in the first episode, they continued to exist after the paradox, right? So I'm hoping that Terry didn't die. Hoping. I want Terry to not be dead. Because isn't that a paradox in and of itself? If Terry is gone, then what the heck was Terry touching? If young Terry was gone, what the heck did old Terry come into contact with? But I hope they're not dead. If they are, hopefully Deacon is taking care of them, because Jennifer is not in the same time period anymore. And then we move on. Actually, hold on. We don't move on. Jennifer and Cole are trying to track down Ethan. They do find the remaining guardian. He ends up dying. Cole and Cassie get away. And Jones and Deacon and Hannah are left kind of holding the bag and looking fabulous. Like, let's not kid ourselves. Jones looked fabulous in that whole like evil queen getup that she had going on. Followed up by Thief. Thief was a strange episode. It was. And I didn't understand why it was a strange episode until the next episode. So episode Thief is trying to get us to sympathize, I guess, with Ethan. We're really exploring why he might do what he might do. And it wasn't until the end of this episode where I was like, okay, Ethan is the witness. Like, he's going to go full dark side. But for the majority of this episode, I was like, he's not the witness. Like, this guy is not the witness. Not the witness that we've known is going to kill 7 billion people. He has a hard time with one person dying. How's he going to kill 7 billion other people? But then by the end of the episode, I'm like, he may actually kill 7 billion people. Maybe he's just grief-stricken, doesn't know how to deal with it, gets really in touch with his inner dark side, and he's going to do it. Episode 10. Witness. This was like 10 episodes in one. I swear to God it was. It took every storyline we had and it wiped them all out. I have no idea what season 4 is going to bring. Absolutely no idea what season 4 has for us, because in season 3, episode 10, Witness, we learn Ethan is not the witness. Olivia is the witness. Titan is now kind of it's out doing its thing. It doesn't really need, it doesn't need to influence the past anymore. Cassie and Cole are free to die. With the witness, with Ethan gone, I think Ethan really kind of pointed this out in the church in the beginning of episode 10. Cassie and Cole can die now. They don't have any kind of plot armor. And as it was pointed out to us in earlier episodes of this season, the reason that in earlier episodes of the show in general, the reason that the Witnesses' followers, acolytes, were instructed not to hurt Cole or Cassie wasn't because their cycle hadn't ended. No, it was because they needed them to continue to exist. They no longer need them to continue to exist. We are in wholly uncharted territory. Jones and Hannah, I guess, are okay. I think Jones is okay. She was technically stabbed. So unless we open up season 1 with Jones, like a memorial service for her, I assume she's still alive, but I don't know. Jennifer, I don't know what she's up to. All I know is that this whole storyline is building up gradually towards something amazing for her. Like, seriously, if they don't give her the most awesome of awesome endings after everything that they have built up for her, I don't know what the heck they were smoking. I think they're going to, because so many times in the show, she's been referred to as just like this ultimate primary. But she's back in 2016. She's not in the future anymore. And when it happened, I was like, of course, this had to happen. Like, Kyle, the fudge, because she had to go back at some point in order to create or amass the daughters. I think so much happened in this season, and the daughters were there, but they weren't really referred to as the daughters. And also, old Jennifer had passed away at the end of season 2, so I just kind of forgot that the daughters were a thing. But it's like, yeah, the daughters have to be created, so of course Jennifer had to go back to 2016 for that to happen. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Bad me. And apparently, the big shocker of them all is James's mother has something to do with the 12 monkeys or time travel. Where do we go from here? We have to take out Olivia. We have to destroy all of Titan. The guy who we thought was good, that saved Cassie by helping Deacon, is an asshole. He needs to die. Like, it's just... And my biggest question is, going into season 4, how do they wrap all of this up without ripping out our souls? Because one thing that was pointed out throughout this season was that there really is no way to stop all of this without ripping Cassie and Cole apart. Cassie is in her 20s in 2017. She might even be in her 30s, but I think she's in her late 20s. Cole is only like 10. Right? I think he's very, very young. He's only like 10. So unless, I guess, you know, Cole, 20, 50, or 20, 45, it's not a huge age difference. If it were flipped the other way around, if Cassie was a man and Cole was a woman, 20-year age difference wouldn't be a huge thing. I don't know, I guess they could still do that kind of, but does that mean Cassie has to be like alone for 20 years while Cole kind of grows up into a man? I don't know. I don't know how they finish this show off without just destroying us. I kind of hope that maybe just Cassie and Cole have done enough time traveling that even if they reset things, that an alternate Cassie and Cole will exist and they'll go forward in the future, but the current Cassie and Cole situation that we have will continue to exist, and then maybe later on in the future they'll meet an unaffected by time travel Ramsey, and then Cole and Ramsey will become friends again. I just need to know how they wrap this show up without destroying me. The final episode, if the final episode is them saying, oops, nothing happened. I mean, they can't really do that to us, can they? Is the final episode of this show just going to be them saying it's like, we fixed everything, which means that nothing took place to begin with? I've talked a lot. All right. Like if you would like to like, leave a comment down below. Full version and all that stuff are in the description. Let's get to season 4.